Wichita, Kansas, 1974. A family of 4 is found inside their own home. A father, a mother, a 9-year-old boy, an 11-year-old girl. All gone. No forced entry. No fingerprints. No witnesses. And then a letter arrives at the local newspaper. Handwritten, taunting, confident, signed with 3 letters that would haunt an entire city for the next 30 years. BTK. Before we go any further, welcome. Whether you have been here since the beginning or this is the very first time you have stumbled onto this channel, I am glad you are here. Drop a comment and tell me where you are watching from. Seriously, I read every single one. This channel exists for one reason: to tell the stories that stay with you, the cases that hit differently, the ones that make you think. If that sounds like your kind of place, you might want to stick around. Now, let's get back to Wichita. BTK stood for bind, torture, kill. That was not a label the media gave him. That was the name he chose for himself. From the very beginning, this individual did not just want to commit crimes. He wanted an audience. He wrote letters to newspapers. He called police stations directly. He mailed packages to local TV stations containing evidence from his own cases. Stolen identification, photographs, handwritten confessions. He was not running from the story. He was authoring it. Between 1974 and 1991, he was responsible for the deaths of 10 people across Wichita. Men, women, children, and every single time he disappeared without a trace. Here is where this case stops being a crime story and becomes something almost impossible to process. While BTK was active in Wichita, Dennis Rader was living just blocks away from one of his victims, and nobody had any idea. To his neighbors, he was a quiet, dependable family man, a married father of 2, a decorated Air Force veteran, a scout leader for his son's troop, the president of his church council, a man who greeted people by name on Sunday mornings. And, in perhaps the most chilling irony in this entire case, he spent years working for a home security company, installing alarm systems in the homes of families who were locking their doors at night because of him. He was the one they called for safety. He was also the reason they were afraid. In 1991, BTK went silent. No letters, no packages, no communication of any kind. For 13 years, nothing. Investigators assumed the worst and hoped for the best. Many believed he had passed away. Others thought he was already behind bars for something else entirely. What nobody knew was that Dennis Rader was still right there in Wichita, attending church every Sunday, coaching youth sports, issuing citations to neighbors for minor code violations as a city compliance officer. He had not disappeared. He had simply decided to wait. In January 2004, the Wichita Eagle ran a front-page story. The headline read, "BTK case unsolved 30 years later." Rader read it at home, and according to his own later confession, he felt something unexpected. He felt forgotten. He told investigators he was, in his own words, simply bored. So he did what no one in law enforcement anticipated. He came back. Over the following months, he sent letter after letter. Word puzzles, packages, items connected to his past crimes. He was communicating directly with police and media, daring them to find him. And then, buried inside one of his messages, was a single question that would change everything. He wanted to know, could he send information on a computer floppy disk without being identified? Law enforcement saw their opening. They placed a classified advertisement in the local newspaper, a coded message that effectively told him, yes, a floppy disk is safe to use. You cannot be identified through it. It was a deliberate deception. On February 16, 2005, a small purple floppy disk arrived at a local television station in Wichita. Investigators retrieved it immediately and brought it to their forensic team. What they found inside changed everything. Buried within the deleted files on that disk, files he believed were gone permanently, was a digital trail he never knew existed. A document that revealed the disk had last been used at Christ Lutheran Church in Wichita, and the name attached to the last person who edited that file, Dennis. From the moment that disk arrived at the station, investigators moved fast. They confirmed that Christ Lutheran Church had a council president by the name of Dennis Rader. Surveillance placed his vehicle, a black Jeep Cherokee, matching footage from an earlier evidence drop caught on security camera. They needed one final confirmation. Investigators obtained a legal warrant to collect a DNA sample from a close family member through an existing medical record. When the results came back, the connection to evidence from one of the original case files was undeniable. On February 25, 2005, officers stopped Dennis Rader near his home. One officer asked him directly, "Do you know why we are taking you in today?" Rader looked at them and said, "I have suspicions why." He did not resist. He did not deny it. Within hours, he was acknowledging everything calmly and in precise detail. What happened inside the interrogation room afterward is something investigators still talk about today. Dennis Rader sat down, and his first real question was not about the evidence. It was not about what would happen to him. His question was this: how come you lied to me about the disc? He was genuinely angry. After everything, after 30 years, the thing that bothered him most was that police had not been honest with him. The lead detective responded with 4 words: "Because I was trying to catch you." The man who had stayed hidden for 3 decades. The man who had taunted an entire city and believed he would never be found. Brought down not by a new technology, not by a witness coming forward, but because he asked for permission. And someone said yes. Dennis Rader received 10 consecutive life sentences. He remains incarcerated today at a correctional facility in Kansas, 81 years old. His wife filed for divorce within days of his arrest. His daughter has spent years speaking publicly about what it means to grow up loving someone and then learning who they really were. She has said the hardest part was not the shock of the revelation. It was the memories that came after, the ordinary ones. The ones where he was just her father. BTK wanted to be remembered on his own terms. He wanted to control the story all the way to the end. Instead, he was undone by a single moment of arrogance, and a detective patient enough to wait for it. If this case stayed with you, share it. These stories deserve to be told. Subscribe for a new case every week. I will see you in the next one. If you made it to the end of this one, thank you. That means this story found the right person. If it moved you, if it made you think, if it made you want to know more, hit that subscribe button. Every week there is a new case waiting. Like this video so more people can find these stories. Drop a comment. Tell me what you thought. Tell me where you are watching from. Tell me which detail hit you hardest. I read everything. This community is just getting started, and I want you in it. Stay curious, stay connected, and I will see you in the next one.